And we're working finally. Goodbye, demo slot. I hardly knew ye. Let's just go with normal. And for what I've played of this in the demo back in the next fest, like 3 months ago, it's like Raft, but airship. To break it down to like the basics of what it is.
Emergency landing procedure completed.
Oh, this is new. Refill my drink before we get started. So, broken signal. Lost expedition. Sagittarius second went silent for months, and then this one signal, and then silence again. None of us know what awaits you there, but if there's a chance that they found the virus, then maybe we can survive. Find the virus sample at all costs. The fate of us all depends on you. From the Ark. Well... Ooh, okay, that was a bit, Let's not have unlimited frame rates, thank you very much. We do not need even close to that. Not for a game like this. It is early access, so it's probably not very well optimized yet, so let's drop everything down to medium. The audio a bit. Head bob, no thank you. No one likes head bob. Mouse lag strength. I don't know why that's a thing. Okay. So we can tap and we can hold buttons. Either pick things up or consume them as and when, you know, straight away. So tapping E is locked, holding it gives us the emergency escape.
We arrived at the source of the signal.
My god, it's like Birmingham.
Health parameters low. Check the database for details.
Satisfy our hunger. But if only if it was that easy. Consume old canned water. I'm sure that's good for our health. Do you remember the forests? No, but I remember the forest. It was very different to this. It's all gone to hell. Everything's been screwed up since we found that damn virus. We're all getting sick. Equipment is breaking down, and there's this Noah situation. The power blew out again, and the door's locked. I'll check if the beacon tower has a compatible battery. The fact that there's loads of machine parts makes me think that this was the was like one of the base craft materials. Right, is there a ladder around here? Or something that was missing? Because we need to get up there, I think. Hence the glowy light. Maybe. Why ladder when can stairs? I'm just blind. I suppose we can consume a melon.
Virus infection detected.
What a surprise, we're infected with a virus. Right, take the battery.
New radio message received.
We're down under the dust. We were down under the dust. We found the lab where they first analysed the virus 400 years ago. We all started going to hell. Never went crazy. Bastards stole the sample, our airship, and broke the radio. He just left us here to die. He's as dangerous as all hell. The location of the samples of the overgrown greenhouse. A scientist lived there who studied flora from under the dust. If you want to get there, try visiting radio towers and wind farms to get the necessary devices. Be careful. This world no longer wants us. It's not a place for humans anymore. Right, so we've got immunity circle, a fatigue bar, a health bar, and a hunger bar, and the thirst bar. Machine parts. Okay, so it tells us what things are we picked up. And there's a bunch of little viruses that mess us around a little bit, it seems, as we're going around. So find the cure to photophobia. Food ration, water. Nothing there. What have we got here?
Immunity is decreasing. Diseases might become more severe.
Look, because this damn dust. Noah heard voices. He was mumbling about nature surviving everything, even the fall of the world. He said he knew what to do so he could return to Earth again. He wanted us to help him, to follow the voices in his head. Lunatic. We locked him in a cell for his own good. The bastard hid the extractor and ran off with while everyone else was asleep. No, he's not sounding like a nice person, is he? Pyramid, rockets, trees, DNA baby? That's an odd one. Nice little bits of art around. And all of the dust blowing around us. Oh look! An airship. My research on photophobia virus has shown that it can be cured with lecithin. It's found in dust moths and other things living in the dust layer. I prepared a lure to attract these objects. Use it with the insect catcher on the airship. Lower it into the dust and wait for a catch. The food from this world eaten raw may be harmful. I'll leave a membrane for the water condenser just in case some water will be needed to cook the food. Condenser membrane, okay. Many machine parts. Oh, okay. Let's not eat just the filthy water. Assuming we get to boil that at some point. But let's just make sure we've looted all we can, as is the way. I think we have. But what about over here? The transformer. The fabricator. Okay. An airship to-do list. Been building a new airship for 2 months. Since that bastard Noah got away with our equipment. If only my workshop hadn't collapsed. Would have already had the airship engine research completed. So we have a to-do list. Place the rudder. Looks like that's already been done. Fabricator, we have that. Deck extractor. Extract the wall, blocking the workshop. Get the research station. Expand the airship. But that's like a future to do. Yeah, we need to do something that lets us get into here. Deck extractor. Oh, would you look at that? We've got plenty of stuff to do these things.
Printing completed.
The virus hurts you when you look at the sun.
Well, that's unpleasant. I really would like to look in this direction. But the sun is in that direction. Take dust moth. Consume dust moth.
The virus was neutralized.
Oh wow, that condenser lasted barely any time at all. But give us materials. I'm foreseeing this noise getting annoying sometime soon. But it is nice that it auto-locks onto some of these things. The giant ball bits that are floating past, it does auto-lock onto. Oh, so one condenser got us what? How much water? Take the battery, take the battery. Take the research station. If your blueprints preserved in the memory card, the most important one's the scanner. Necessary to complete this research and craft it. After that, you can scan certain objects in the world so we can acquire more data for blueprint research. I need a battery to run it. I dug out this old power box in the ruins. There should be some batteries inside. Yep, we've already looted it all. Because we are loot gremlins. Because it does not seem that there is weight or inventory of space in this, apart from just slots. There's no weight, it would seem. Right, so what have we got? Scanner seems useful.
Research finalized.
Empty bottle for the water seems like a good plan.
Research finalized.
Printing completed.
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
This is the same AI generated voice that Subnautica uses for some things.
Research finalized. Research finalized.
Can I just hold the button down?
Risk of starvation.
Oh, well, these things are going to be annoying to scan, aren't they? Come on, ball. Right, engine and fuel. Small storage box and water condenser. The condenser we already have, but the membranes will be useful to be able to create those.
Risk of dehydration. Research finalized. Decreasing. Vulnerability to viruses rises.
Oh, food goes rotten. Well, can lower our health, but you know, whatever. Like engine and fuel. Let's make it so we can move this thing.
Research finalized.
Engine. We need more synthetics. Luckily,
Immunity is decreasing. Diseases might become more severe.
was it doing like that the scanner has durability as well?
Printing completed.
We need more synthetic to make fuel. So that's from these.
Printing completed.
Maximum flight speed increased.
Well, I guess that's all you have to offer me. Goodbye, random place I crash landed. Let's eat the dust lettuce.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Move a bit closer. Can we? Yes, we can. We can just fucking sit on top of this thing.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started. Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Plastic scraps, that's new. Electrical elements. A transformer. Increases the altitude of the airship. Okay. Hey, Mano. Welcome in. I'm gonna steal that door before I leave. A lot of electrical parts here. Now, does that mean that I'm going to have to use electrical parts for the next thing we have to make for the early progress? So we can put notes on things. Wonderful. That amazing technology. We learned the post-it note. Research a scrap.
Research finalized. Research finalized.
Basic turbine, I don't know if we're going to want yet. Although it is early game, so
Finalized.
maybe with it being such an early tech, it is something we need early.
Research finalized. Research finalized.
Research everything, we might as well.
Research finalized.
Right, we need more synthetics. Anything else we can take? That seems like a no from here. Oh, I did see grass on the other side. Can we steal the grass? We can. Right, sticks we can't get hold of.
Risk of dehydration. Calories level is decreasing.
Because a water purifier would be a good idea. Right, we know that orange flashy lights does a thing. But what's it blue? Oh no, the fuel's depleted as well.
Immunity is decreasing. Vulnerability to viruses rises.
Come on, we need a synthetic ball to float past. Somewhere, anywhere. Can we move at all if the engines are dead? No, is the answer. Let's put that with a little bit of a better thing, so we can actually aim forward as well as behind her. That'll give us a better field of view to shoot with. Aha! Good, that was synthetics.
Printing completed.
I don't know that we also have an oxygen tank. That concerns me. We still need synthetics to build the the airship thing. And if only we were outside right now, that was 3 balls of synthetic that just walked right past us. Right, water. We know we're going to need it. Might as well make it now.
Printing completed.
So that's just crafting parts. This is storage, a bed, and the stickers. This is for food. This is for water. We need synthetics to make a condenser.
Dehydration. Critical condition.
Oh, wow. That was quick. I didn't lose anything, though. Okay. So what that teaches me straight away is that I don't really need to care about food or water. Because if I die, I don't lose anything. Probably not the best lesson to learn from that. Right, so go forward. Lock speed.
Calories level is decreasing.
Give myself a bit of a spritz. It's not that hot at this point of the night, but it's still nice to cool your face off with a nice spray bottle. Moth swarm, that's what you are. Okay. Let's head up first. We've been going for like an hour and I don't feel like we've done anything yet. I mean, by this point in Raft, you tend to be like... At least it feels like you're a bit further into the game. Maybe it's just me. Right, so we want to get in there, but we cannot get in there at the moment. We need to do a bit of the old smash. That should do.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Worst part about summer is the dry eyes. Right, where were we? We should be able to get into one of these bits now. There we go. Components and fuel. More parts. A metal wall blueprint. Whoopie-doo. Bunch more components. More fuel. I mean, that can't be it, can it? I mean, I guess it is. You can't take the sky away, Ace, because look, it goes on forever and ever and ever and is full of shit. I call this Sky Beanie. Only joking. Is any of that stuff close enough to her? Right, synthetics. Give me the builder.
Research finalized.
Ooh. Make a condenser whilst we've got the stuff for it.
Printing completed.
And then we need even more synthetics. Luckily, they're all flying past us right now.
Immunity is decreasing. Vulnerability to viruses rises.
Printing completed.
Right, so we need a lot of synthetics to make rules. Suppose that's fine. I mean, it's not really. Oh, and we can't see shit because of acid rain. Wonderful. I mean, from the early games so far, this is pretty much the exact same as what happened in the demo. It's got the promise. But it's one of those things, it's definitely gonna... It needs to pick up at a decent rate. Otherwise, it's going to start getting a little bit tedious. Yeah, I like games like this. I tend to buy them quite easily. But some things... I mean, kind of hoping for more. And we saw what Void Train was like when that came out. Although, I've had to change my review. Because the devs have actually done a lot of work on it. They've reworked every single thing I had a problem with on Void Train. They've now changed and fixed. Over the past month and a half? That's been doing quite well, and the early game of that was so far better than the early game of this. Starve all you want, it's not going to change anything. Not going to lose any progress. Yeah, I think the biggest problem that I've had so far
Hydration.
with this one especially, is that annoying woman constantly telling me I need to drink. I know I need to drink. Shut up. But what I was going to say before she interrupted me was, both this and Void Train don't have an early auto generation of resources like Raft. I mean, anyone that watched the start of the playthrough with me and Sheepa the other day for Raft know that, you know, with a bit of smarts, you can get a nice line of nets down to auto-generate resources whilst you're doing other things. And that does not take long. That can be like within like 5 or 6 minutes of starting the game. You can have at least 1 or 2 nets up. But so far, at least, that is not the case for this. And it was not the case for Void Train either. So hopefully that will change relatively soon.
Critical health condition.
Okay, so there is fall damage after all. We need to break open this area. We can't get up there yet. Which is fine. As long as we can get in the door. Yeah, so far, I don't know about this game. It's decent enough. Would I get it at full price? Probably not. I grabbed it whilst it's got 20% off. Oh yeah, Z, welcome in. We want... Right, engine goes forward, we want turbine. So we can go up more. We're gonna die soon, and it's gonna have no effect on the gameplay.
completed.
Dehydration. Critical condition. Maximum flight altitude increased.
Go on. There we go. We spawn. And we have lost nothing. Right, now we get to see what the blue light's for. I think there's no map, or at least if there is a map, it's not with M. Lower ourselves down. There we go.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started. Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Caution. A storm is coming. Calorie store is decreasing.
Of course the calorie store is decreasing. But I really don't like the fact that we can't actually get back easily for that. Right, helium. That's new.
Lightning strikes the highest targets. Lower altitude or seek cover.
Is this not cover enough? I guess not. Ooh, data card. A metal floor. This lightning is fucking loud. Scan a broken radar device. Is the storm finishing? I feel like it might be.
Hydration level is decreasing.
New material copper. What have we got here? Well, that's the radar. Oh, this is a crashed airship, that's why. Okay. Okay, that's a start. The extractor. I would have preferred to have it be that it was automatic and we didn't have to put things in it. Right, so each expansion increases the lifting capacity. And we could also have more cores, okay. We need the copper for that, and there's plenty of copper around here, thankfully. You can't be serious that we're out of fuel already.
Immunity is decreasing. Vulnerability to viruses rises.
Printing completed.
Thank you, Neko. I'm really concerned that that's the first time anyone mentioned suck your cocks in my channel. Also, once again, I'm really annoyed that... I mean, Sheepa is showing us Sheepa. That's good news. But for some reason, once again... Right, please, you know... Give Ezzy his true form, goddammit, and keep it that way. There we go. I can't believe, Etsy, you didn't tell me that you'd stop being baguette. Well, luckily for me, Kaneko, Automod does have a filter.
Risk of starvation.
There's no risk at all, game. You're still early. You're still so early access that there isn't. There still just is not a reason for me to care about food. Yeah, verdict is definitely still out on this one for now.
Risk of dehydration.
Like, it's decent. It could be a lot worse than what it is. But with it being early access, it's not quite got everything there yet. Hey, sheepy sheep. You've been lurking, I noticed. I saw my precious sheepy boy walking back and forth on stream avatars. You's a fine-ass little sheep boy. I would bite, but I would consume. Because sheepy boy be delicious. Nom 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 nom.
Printing completed.
Yeah, so far with this one, verdict's still out. Not as bad as the Void Train launch was. There hasn't been anything major that's cropped up that's made me go, oh, I don't like that. Like I had with, say, the research tree in Void Train. But what it's feeling a little bit... Do I say empty? At least with Raft, and I know as annoying as it was, there was still the shark that was attacking every now and then. And in Void Train, even Void Train has things that will attack every now and then you've got to defend off. So it feels like the world has at least a little bit of life. And I know that this world is meant to have been like massive devastation, huge virus, all of humanity left or died. But that's just humans. We've seen that there's insects, we've seen that there's fruit. Is that it? Is that all the world is? Just floating bits now? Of moth swarms? Is there nothing that floats around eating the swarms? I mean, I'm not going to refund it. Because this is one of the ones that it has got... It's like Junk Punk. It's got promise. And I really want it to... You know, going back to a conversation I had on Sheepa's chat earlier, I want it to be good. I'm not hyping it up, but I would like it to do well. And I would like it to try and differentiate itself from other things that are similar to this. In ways that aren't just aesthetic. Because at the moment, it really is like Raft, but airship. In the same way that Void Train was like Raft, only train. There's gonna have to be something extra that they bring. That could be a much broader research capability. It could be more story. I know that Raft did have story, but it was kind of meh. It just... All the story did was lead you to the next location to get the next blueprints to move to the next location. The story itself was kind of bland. It was just humanity's dead. Find maybe a few survivors. But yeah, so for now, I'm going to stick with the neutral on this. It could do really well. Especially, you know, once we've got more bits and pieces that we can start, like, increasing the size.
Dehydration. Critical condition.
Like, you know, once we can sort of, like, build more of the airship. Once we find more blueprints for furniture. Hopefully, we'll find something. And hopefully, at some point, they will add a reason to not let yourself starve or dehydrate to death. Because right now, there ain't no consequences on normal for dying. You respawn back in your airship, having lost nothing, and having all your stats put back up to half. So currently, at least on normal and probably easy, there's no reason to care. Like, if this was a permadeath run, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. But hopefully hard mode would have something in it that would, as much as I hate it, would have a penalty for dying. Like Subnautica. You know, when you died in Subnautica, you lost half your inventory. But you didn't lose it, you just dropped it. So if you could get back to where you dropped it, you could pick it all back up again, like Dark Souls. Only with resources instead of souls. Yeah, it's almost midnight, so I'll save and quit there. Like I say, it does have promise. I'll probably wait for another couple of months to play it again. Maybe a month, or just I'll keep it installed and just keep an eye on the updates every now and then, see what turns up. You know, I do also want to give another stab at Void Train, because they have had, for what it's worth, they have been working their asses off trying to fix the problems people had with Void Train. Everything I'd done, like a paragraph, like a big, like several paragraph review when that first came out, and I played for like 15 hours, listing the things that I had issues with. And now, every single thing that I listed in that original review, I've had to strike out and say, nope, they fixed this now. They've actually gone in and, you know, they've added the thing for the narrator to turn him off if you want to. But they've also, because, you know, adding in an option to turn down the narrator, not much of a big deal. But me and several others mentioned the fact that there was no tech tree, it was a tech line. And what they've done is they've gone in and reworked the entire tech tree. For starters, they've made it a tech tree. They've also split things off so that you now unlock furniture on the tech tree rather than based on luck in crates. There are now certain items that are on one path, which are like the ones you need to progress. And then there's also a separate tree for things that are useful to have but aren't necessarily needed, as far as I can tell. So like I said, I do want to play it again at some point, see what they've done with it. Because if they have actually fixed a bunch of the issues that I had, I mean, I have changed my review back to being a positive now. But if they've made it decent, then it might be the kind of thing that I can grab Sheeper and Ace on. I know Ace already has the game, and Sheeper was only unsure about getting it because I mentioned it was a little bit meh. But now that I'm not saying it's a little bit meh, maybe that will change. So I'll have to give that another try. Maybe off stream, maybe on stream, I don't know. Obviously tomorrow's Friday, so it was a day off. Saturday, I have no idea what we're doing anymore. The Curse Saturdays kind of fell off a little bit. Mainly because Snail's had some personal stuff to deal with the past couple of weeks, so it just wasn't even on the cards. And before that, it was getting a little bit not quite my area of expertise, so I wasn't really saying much, so I kept wanting to bow out because I wasn't saying anything. And it felt weird just sort of sitting there not talking whilst watching all this weird content. But since it's been a few weeks, maybe we'll have enough Chef's Club and Kay's Cooking and various other things that are actually more in line with the things we can actually, understand. And they aren't, cruise ships or retro gaming consoles that I have no knowledge of, apart from they existed once. But so yeah, we'll have to see what goes on with that. Maybe Saturday it will be more art. Maybe curse stuff will continue. Maybe we can poke at Void Train again, see the improvements. We've also got the Dredge playthrough, the second Dredge playthrough to go through, and various other things. So lots of things we could choose from. So we'll have to see what happens on Saturday afternoon. But until then, I'll stop babbling. Is there anyone online? Is the question. Let's load up Twitch. Who be on right now? Zon's on. Tabooba seems to be on. Let's go send everyone to Sabooba. Everyone loves a Sabooba. Right, so thank you everyone for watching. It's been fun trying this game out. Now that it's out of the demo stage and into early access properly. Nothing's changed much so far, but I have got further into the demo. Well, the demo ended earlier than what we have now, so we've got a little bit further in the demo stage. So it's not so bad. We'll keep seeing what it's like. But until next time, I'll send you over to Seb. Thank you all for watching, and bye-bye. Now I click the button that says raid and sit here looking like a fool, talking to myself, whilst people get ready to raid. Bye-bye.